Hello, this is Sierra and welcome to another video. Today we are doing another theory video, but it's more of an analysis than it is a theory. You'll see. Basically, we're doing a newer one. I've talked about it a few times. We are going to be doing something to do with the mirror world. And as you can see, kinda. Basically, the question we're asking is, can the helpers tell the difference between Stampy and Mirror Stampy? I call it Mirror Stampy because it's easier to say, so it's a lovely world theory, but yeah, it could also be an analysis too. Alright, so here's an overview of what happened in the episode Mirror World. Basically, in the episode Mirror World 658, Stampy was transported and trapped in a mirror version of his lovely world by Hit the Target and a mirror version of himself, otherwise known as Mirror Stampy. Stampy manages to escape and persuade Mirror Stampy to help him, getting him taken out. We are soon reunited with the helpers at the end of it, as well as the heroes save the day. What we are planning to look at today is whether or not the helpers could see there was a difference between Stampy and Mirror Stampy. I plan to look at both the short-term and long-term aspects of these, asking the question that if Stampy was still trapped in the mirror world, would the helpers notice the difference? It's like if he hadn't found a way to get out. Yeah. Before we get on with the video, I asked you guys whether or not you thought that the helpers could see the difference. Here are the results. The majority of you, like 56% of you, thought they didn't see a difference. And 44% of you thought that they did see a difference. Of course, most of you guys didn't explain why. Some of you did, and yeah. Which one? As you can see, the majority of you believe that the helpers did not see a difference between Stampy and Mirror Stampy when they were swapped out by Hit the Target. Let's see if that assumption rings true. Potential theories. Theory 1. They saw no difference. And Theory 2. They did see a difference. Theory 1. They saw no difference. Short-term effects. They would have gone off to the area where they were building, waiting for Stampy or Mirror Stampy to arrive. He does not show up until much later. Stampy and Mirror Stampy look very similar to one another, and perhaps the helpers wouldn't notice anything out of the ordinary at first. Long-term effects. After a few days of this, or perhaps the next day or so, the helpers would start to realize that something was off. Sure, the two Stampies would look the same, but their actions, hobbies, and preferences would definitely stand out. They would definitely know something was fishy if all the dogs were in the doghouse and all of them had been taken to the Dark's castle as well. Yeah. Stampy would not do that willingly. Theory 2. They did see a difference. Short-term effects. It is the assumption that the helpers weren't around when Mirror Stampy Hit the Target and Viva Dash had escorted the dogs out of the doghouse. Perhaps they ran away when they realized that Mirror Stampy wasn't the Stampy they knew. Not knowing what was going on, maybe they hid to try to figure out what had happened and why this Mirror Stampy was here, trying to pose as their friend. Maybe they would try to stop Hit the Target, but perhaps they didn't, since they didn't know if it would risk anything to their friend. Yeah. Long-term effects. Once they figured out what had happened, they would probably try to find a way to bring Stampy back from the mirror world. Since Polly Reindeer is good at redstone, perhaps she found a way to open up a portal, so that Stampy could be freed from the mirror version of his lovely world. No doubt there would be a lot of questions, but it would all be explained by Stampy in the end. The helper is simply glad he was okay. Well, mostly anyway. Because, yeah, like, he still probably would have to go through some stuff, but It was pretty dramatic. Consequences. It probably won't actually happen in the actual series, but there are consequences. Unless Stampy wants to do those kind of things. He doesn't have to. No doubt Stampy would have to have faced some bit of trauma since being trapped in the mirror world. Even though in the actual episode he made it back on his own, if his helpers had found a way to get it back, there might be some consequences. For instance, I believe Stampy would have to recover a bit from the fact that he was trapped in a mirror version of his world. Sure, he'd really be relieved to be home, but he would still have to deal with the trauma of being trapped in the mirror world by its target in the first place. In my opinion, Mirror World is probably one of the most traumatizing events that have happened to Stampy. Second to the time he was shot down by his helicopter by its target's cannon, and I lost. Episode 541. There are pretty close ones too. Conclusion. In some ways, his target could be right in the idea of the helpers not noticing a difference in swap at first. But the distinct personalities and hobbies these two Stampies have are far too different for the helpers not to notice something was off. Such as favorite foods, the fact that Stampy wouldn't be having his cake in the morning instead of having a milk. Yeah, that's definitely not right. And what other things? Oh yeah, love garden, otherwise known as the potato garden. Hashtag potato garden. Yeah. Yeah. Like, he wouldn't know what to do. It's like, it's a potato garden, not a love garden. Can I think of anything else? No. There are probably more of that. It's like his way of combat, putting on gold armor. Stampy doesn't do that. Just goes right in. Yeah. Yeah. Other ways are the fact that the target doesn't think too much of the helpers. He assumes that they won't notice a difference between who is in charge, but Stampy is more than just a leader who tells people what to do. He's also their friend. Of course they would notice if something was wrong. They know Stampy probably much more than the target ever does or ever would. So, in simple terms, they would notice the difference between Mirror Stampy and their friend, and the friend they had come to know. They've lived in his world with him for years, and helped him throughout all of it. They would know if something was off. May not be right away, but they would figure it out eventually. And that's pretty much it for this little video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any ideas for future series, let me know. And, yeah. If you want me to do other what-ifs of the target attacks, I could do that too. Because they're like, what if you that I could still do? It's like, what if this happened? What if this happened? What if in saving the world, Stampy didn't actually run into Fizzy and were able to get Stampy to target? What if he had to go all the way to the castle and have to turn his dogs in because he has no choice? What would happen? That's an interesting question. And I lost. What if the helpers had been unable to rescue Stampy? What would have happened? That's interesting too. If you guys want to say that, let me know. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!